Trove's well that ends well, right, guys? Heh. Come on, YouTube. Work. That light is blinding me, so I don't care. I'm gonna have my green screen behind me and there's nothing you can do about it. What up, Scyushi Squad? Ah! Be back for more trip. It never works during streams. I don't know why. Yeah, I just finished up a Genshin stream. And now we gotta do this. It is Trove time. By the way, I gotta mention, even though obviously none of you are new, but I have to mention it. If any of you guys are new to Trove that happen to be watching this video of all things, there's a sign-up link in the description. And if you use that sign-up link, then anything you buy out of the cash shop, I'll make a percentage of that sale. It's an awesome way you can support me. Doesn't increase the price of anything, but hey. Oh my god, Mr. Beast is here. Whoa, dude. Oh man, he's trying to roast me too. Here, watch how I'm gonna roast him. I'm gonna mute his comments. Ah, yes, there. Denial. I feel so much better. Anyways, how you guys all doing today? Hope you're doing great. I know I'm getting far behind on all my Trove stuff, and I'm sorry about that. I still got lots and lots of class tutorials I gotta get for you guys. Later, Kupo. Have a good one, man. My Moogle brother. Oh man, my neck is really bugging me tonight. Sucks. We're not actually gonna be running U10 today, dude. We're gonna be running Delves. So if you're strong enough, you can tag along, but we'll see how it happens. Zone restrict officer. Oh, hi, Merc. No, I didn't quit Trove, Merc. You did, bro. Don't you remember? It was a really sad day. You just left and stopped talking about it. Anyways, yeah, Portal's here if any of you guys want to join up. Streaming on the YouTube. Also doing Delves. I like how I don't have shadow phones anymore. Devs just won't give them to me. It's not that they're not giving them to me. It's just that they just are very unresponsive whenever I ask them. And I'm sick and tired of spamming them. Give them to me! Oh, well, we'll get back to you. I haven't played Trove in 3 months, but I want to get back into it. Well, then do it, man! Don't just talk! You're kidding, of course. Why? Play Genshin instead. I'm kidding as well, okay? Low-key, I kind of want to just be playing Trove on PS5 again, just because I love the PS5 controller so much. Help me. Die, Pinata, die! You do not, disgrace this sacred altar of, Delves. You know what? 8 people's enough. I don't care. Let's go. I feel like I stopped playing. I feel like Delves took the fun away from me. Oh god. So Delves took your keyboard? No, I understand, bro. Like, it's funny, like, the other day I had, like, I don't want to get too into it, but basically I had, like, an email from, you know, my guy over at Game Ago, and he was basically saying, like, it's like, oh, bro, your sign-up link isn't doing too hot. And I just thought, I didn't respond with this, but I just thought to myself, yeah, no shit, people aren't signing up for Trove. You guys haven't put out an update worthwhile in a long time. That's not my fault. Like, I'm sorry. The hub update was necessary for Trove, I feel, but it didn't add anything, you know? Like, they really got to get things under control, especially when you consider, like, I use Genshin as my primary comparison because Genshin is, I feel like what Genshin does, whether you're into the game or not, is the pinnacle of what a game should be doing as far as its publicity and everything like that, you know? Like, there's so many things that Genshin just does right as far as their marketing and like the new information that they purposefully leak out. I'm not talking about stuff that players are leaking, because Genshin is actually cracking down on those people and trying to sue them. But there's just this big difference of like getting hyped for things coming, and Trove doesn't have that, you know? No, I know, Merc. Like, that's the biggest thing. Trove just doesn't have the money to output the updates that it should. I think also just the game engine itself, like, it's just way too lacking at this point. Like, I love Trove, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna quit, okay? But let's call it like it is. I've always called it like it is. And Trove just isn't really adding anything exciting. Like, they haven't done anything good for a while. And it's like, I'm not trying to say that in terms of like, well, they should, I deserve a better game or anything like that. But it's like, when you consider now, I feel like Gamago is finally settling into being in charge of Trove, because that was the biggest thing that was going on for the longest time. And now Gamago is creating their own original content for Trove. They're not just rehashing content that Trine Worlds was creating. So that could be why it's taking so long for a new update. But unfortunately, one thing that has carried over from Trine Worlds to Gamago is they don't tell us anything about updates. And when we know there's an update coming, they don't give us a release date because they don't know if they'll be able to deliver. I wish they would get that a little bit more under control, because unfortunately, the side effect of something like that means that there is a lot less hype around Trove and updates and stuff, you know? I don't mean to be so overly critical, you know. It's just the sad truth. What can I say? I still love Trove. I'm still gonna keep playing it. And I'm still hopeful that they'll start putting out some bigger updates. It's just, I wish that we kind of knew maybe a couple months beforehand what they were actually working on. You know? Because that, I feel, is the biggest problem, is they're working on stuff, but they're still keeping it like so under wraps. And unfortunately, whereas with a, like, let's take a poor example, but let's talk about like Diablo 4. Okay, this is a game that's being developed by Blizzard. We know they're working on it, so even though we're not hearing anything, we know that the company is dependable and reliable. With Trove, we've had updates be so sporadic over the years that when they don't talk about a new update, I'm sitting here feeling like they're not working on the game. That's kind of the difference, you know? Like, they haven't really gained our trust yet as players, I feel, with Trove's future. Again, not to get all deep about it, like, who freaking cares? But still, at the same time, please God, add more to this game. I want more things to do, and I want it to be better than it is because I love this game. Or just keep adding new classes. That'll keep people interested. Oh wait, like Genshin? Yeah, just like Genshin. But Genshin is managing to put out new characters and new updates and worlds and junk like that as well, on top of all their events and everything. But you know what's better than Genshin and Trove, though? No resin system. Anyways, I don't mean to draw such huge comparisons between Genshin and Trove, because really the difference of like the company, they've got like a huge company behind Genshin, and with Trove they've got like what, 30 people or something. I don't know how many people they have on Trove. It's probably more than that, but still it's not nearly as much, so there's no comparison. But anyways, enough rambling. Let us fight. Oh no, it's weeping. Oh, well, it was weeping. This is not 115, so we can't get Crystal 4 anyway. Who am I kidding? We'll never get Crystal 4 ever again because they nerfed it into the ground. The sad truth. Yeah, no, like, that's the thing. I'm still, like I said, I'm still hopeful that we're going to be surprised with, like, some big update for Trove. But I've been playing this game for 6 years, and that has never happened. I guess the best update, honestly, the best update in recent years was probably when the Vanguard came out. And most of all, that's because it was a new class. But it ended up adding, you know, a biome variant with the Luminopolis and everything. And I thought that is, like, I thought that was such a great, like, idea for developing the game, was don't even bother making new biomes, just make variations of existing biomes, because then their workload is cut in half. New classes obviously should, I think, be the priority, because honestly speaking, what Trove does right, and I'm not saying there's other things that Trove doesn't do right, but what Trove does right is the grind. I love the grind. And if they just keep on adding classes, then we can stay satisfied in the grind, because we'll just keep on leveling them up to max level and then working on a new character consistently. That would be awesome. Yes, I know, Merc. That's exactly what I thought too. Like, League of Legends has been doing it for years, where they know new characters generates money. Genshin has done something genius where they not only just add new characters, they make it random chance whether you'll be able to get them or not, which is insanely good for money generation. Like, I was talking with my cousin the other day too about how, like, you know, like, and he was mentioning how, like, casinos would be jealous at the amount of money that these mobile games and gacha games are making, on top of the fact that you're paying for digital goods. So there is no loss on the company side of things, you know? And that's the thing, is the amount of work that gets thrown into it. Like, what can I say? Like, with Genshin, I mean, what did they put into it? They pumped, like, was it 10 million into the game's development or something like that, and then they made that back within the first week. Obviously, again, Trove is no comparison. They don't have that kind of money. I mean, Game Ago might, but not towards Trove specifically. Oh, it was 100 million. Okay, well, there you go. But yeah, they made that back and more. I think they made like 500,000 back, or 500 million in the first week or something. I don't know. Anyways, I'm sorry for drawing such huge comparisons between, like, Trove and Genshin, but it's just, what can I say? It's one of those days where I just feel like Trove is getting exhausting. Not, I don't want to say it like that, because then it implies that I'm getting, like, bored of it, because I'm not. Like, I still really enjoy Trove. I love this game. I just wish that it would reach its potential, but realistically, I've been waiting for that the entire time that I've been playing this game, you know? And I hate to be, like, Trove's #1 guy criticizing it, but I've always been honest about my feelings towards this game, so I'm not going to change that now. Trove is Genshin's tired older brother. Yes, exactly. That pretty much summarizes everything that I've said so far. Oh, man. The grind gets exhausting. It depends on what you're grinding, but yeah. Like, they need to keep The thing is, I love the grind in Trove, but there's not enough things to keep grinding for. Obviously, if you're a new player, there's plenty of things to grind for, but even take Adventure Rank in Genshin. Adventure Rank in Genshin is very similar to Mastery in Trove, but the difference is that in Trove, all it really does is improve your stat numbers. In Genshin, it increases the world's difficulty, which means that the enemies end up scaling and being more difficult and higher level, but it means that the enemies are also going to drop higher levels of gear. And I'm just so flabbergasted time and time again when I see these small little updates go out for Genshin that you can see is them future-proofing the game. Like, they added a reputation system, and it's this insanely time-gated crap where you can only do like a set amount of quests per town per week. But by earning reputation and completing those quests, you're slowly earning these different rewards and stuff like that. And I just thought, wow, they're doing this early in the game, and later they're going to be adding more and more towns. So once Genshin has been out for a couple years, there's going to be an overwhelming amount of things for a new player to accomplish and do. Whereas with Trove, it's basically just you have leveling up characters and leveling up mastery, and that's pretty much it, you know? When I talk about Genshin, I'm talking about Genshin Impact, which is another free-to-play game that I've been playing on the channel, which I absolutely love that game because it's basically Breath of the Wild. But I don't mean to I don't mean to draw such huge comparisons between the games, because Trove is obviously very different. It's very old and definitely has like a lot less people working on it. Like, honestly speaking, if we look at Trove in a nutshell, like within the recent updates, the Delves is technically very, very impressive. Like, clearly a lot of work went into making the Delves how they are. It's just that, unfortunately, they're not very cool gameplay wise, you know? Like look at this. Look at this disgusting fucking red cave that we're walking in. And this is the new end game for Trove? Like, nobody likes this. It gets tiring after a while because you're in a cave. You're not like in an open world, and you know. And that is a very, very unfortunate, sad truth, considering how much work the devs probably pumped into doing the Delves. Because as far as the update is concerned, even though it didn't really impact Trove in a very big way, this update, like, you think about how much hours they must have poured into it. Like, geez. But the sad fact is that people don't like Delves more than Shadow Towers, even though Delves basically is kind of the answer to bringing down server lag. And it did, to a great degree. But people still don't like it more than Shadow Towers, so it's like, hopefully their next few updates are gonna end up having this level of polish, but is going to actually be something, you know, a little cooler that players are gonna be more excited about. Are Shadow Towers still in game, or did they delete them? Shadow Towers are still technically in the game. The irony is that it took them removing most of the items from Shadow Towers and stuff like that before they made Shadow Towers actually good. Because basically what happens now, I think you already experienced it on the test server, Merc, but it's basically, you can go into a Shadow Tower and it just takes you straight to the boss, and then you can actually reset the boss and just fight it again. But for some stupid reason, the code doesn't reset the Shadow Tower chest. I don't know why. So there's literally no reason to do Shadow Towers over Delves. Especially considering that almost all of the resources from Shadow Towers have just been moved into here. Yeah, my green screen's going crazy behind me because I don't have my other light on. Because otherwise, it's this. But it's kind of hurting my eyes right now, so I just turned it off. So yeah, green screen is behind me. It's gonna look like crap. I think they needed to put a little bit of extra effort into the generation of the delves to actually make them a lot cooler. I think that a lot of what Trove is lacking needs to be made up for with the community. Like, I don't know why they didn't contact some modders to end up making them help make the delves a little bit more interesting and cool. Because, I mean, let's face it, the people that are creating club worlds and stuff like that are honestly making stuff a lot cooler than the devs have ever done. You know, like, and as much as like Trove's random generated worlds and stuff is really cool and everything, Genshin is a prime example of, if you have a world that is set, you know, it's static, it means that you can have a lot more detail in it and really work out like every little detail to it, you know. And even before Genshin, like, I thought that it would have been so much cooler for Trove to end up having like some proper adventure worlds and stuff like that. You know, like, there's some club worlds out there that look like they're from World of Warcraft, dude. Like, they're really cool. And I just thought, like, how awesome would that be if you were in an area like that and you had to complete dungeons and stuff, like the tutorial area in Trove. That's a prime example. Why isn't there a world that's more like that, where you have repeatable dungeons, but it's a set environment, you know? Maybe even have all those dungeons on a daily timer or something like that. Like, I don't know. I just think it would be a lot cooler to start working on some refined content instead of just a big empty world that has a couple dungeons pop up. Would you ever try playing Trove if it wasn't pixelated? What? You mean because it's a voxel game? I mean, that was probably the initial reason I got into it in the first place. But my favorite style of graphics is actually Genshin Impact. Like, everything about a Genshin Impact is perfection for me in a video game. Like, it's addicting as hell. It's you know, it's got all the grindy stuff and everything like that, but it also has a beautiful world, and it has Breath of the Wild level of exploration, which Breath of the Wild is the best open world game in existence. Even Cyberpunk, I don't think, is going to meet that, because I think, like, Ghost of Tsushima is another example of a game that I had on the channel, and though I loved it, it's probably one of my favorite games of the year. A lot of the quests and a lot of the open world felt, it was like the best of a generic open world game, but it wasn't the same level of something like Breath of the Wild. Like, Breath of the Wild is one of those rare cases where an open world game, like, it's not even comparable to any other game, you know? And it's not for everybody. I know lots of people that don't really like it, but for me, I love it. And I don't know why we're talking about, like, Breath of the Wild when we're playing Trove, but hey. Yeah, Cyberpunk, I'm expecting the world is going to be like The Witcher, which I didn't really like that world as far as just an exploration game. I know that it had lots of really cool stuff, but honestly speaking, the only thing that's holding me back from Cyberpunk is the fact that it's first person. Like, I don't like first person games. Especially when they're like, you can customize your character in Cyberpunk and look as cool as you want. It's like, it's a first person game. All I can see is my character's wrists. It's like Destiny as well, where it's like, oh, buy this new pack that makes your character look cool. Why? So I can see it in my ult? Like, it's a first person game. What's wrong with you? Yeah, basically it kind of looks like GTA to me. I mean, it's still gonna be great, but that's what I mean. Like, Cyberpunk, I feel, is gonna be the same as Ghost of Tsushima, where it's gonna be the best of a generic open world game. I don't know if it's going to end up changing the formula. I think it's just gonna be the highest quality open world game we've ever gotten, but as far as I'm concerned, it's still gonna be like Skyrim. The only thing that's going to be really nice, though, is the quest will probably be fantastic, because that was the one thing about Witcher, was even the side quest being epic as hell. But personally speaking, like, I've got friends that are excited about Cyberpunk. I don't care. I really don't. I'm just not interested in it at all. Oh, we're done. We got to just get to the end. No, I'm not negative. Don't misunderstand. being critical and criticizing, but I try to be very clear about the fact that I'm not like looking at these things in a negative light. Like for myself personally, it's kind of like I know what I like and I know what I don't like. And I have a very realistic way of looking at things, like with Cyberpunk. But that's the thing, that's my opinion. That's where I'm coming from with it. I understand why people are hyped about it, because to other people, Cyberpunk's gonna be like the best world in the, or best game in the world, and I totally understand that, but it's just not for me. When is Terraria coming back? You mean on the channel? Probably never, honestly. They had like their final update, and Terraria is not my favorite game. Like, I love doing the Let's Play series, but the gameplay itself is not my favorite. Trove requires PS Plus. No, it actually doesn't. I think you need Xbox Live, but oddly enough, you don't need PlayStation Plus, which is kind of weird when you think about it. Because technically you need PS Plus to play games online. It's weird. I already tried the Calamity mod on Terraria. It was boring to me. Oh, kill hive bees or something. Okay. Most of all, I guess the other big game that we're kind of all waiting for, just the sleeper hit, is when Hytale finally decides to rear its ugly head. I'll be hella excited for that one. What are hive bees? Have we not seen them yet? Or did we pass them and it just... What's going on? Oh, there they are. Okay, it's just normal bees, like I thought. Speaking of Minecraft, Windcraft, I think, is having like a really big update, and Minecraft Dungeons is having their next set of DLC. One of them's actually coming out like in a week or two, so I might pick that up, continue the Minecraft Dungeons series for a little bit. Oh, whoops. Kill the bees. The bees are in my eyes! Yes, Hytale is made by the same people that made the Hypixel server. Yep. They got picked up by Riot Games too, so they basically have infinite funding. But unfortunately, they are still an indie company, which means, you know, kind of what we said earlier, where it's like, they don't really have our trust yet in delivering a product. I'm fully confident that Hytale is going to be an amazing game, but the problem is that they're kind of in the same boat where they're just waiting for it to be good enough before they release it, rather than actually releasing it and letting us get hype around it. Because the more, honestly speaking, the more screenshots and stuff that they keep showing of Hytale on their Twitter, the less impressive the game looks. It's still going to be phenomenal. Like, it's really going to be great, because it's going to be like Minecraft 2. But it's like, just give us the freaking game. Like, the thing about Minecraft and why it ended up becoming as big as it is because we had it at its bare bone version, and it slowly built up like more and more of a following over time, you know? If Hytale waits too long, I mean, it's gonna lose all the hype. Like, well, it kind of already lost a lot of its hype. I'm still hyped about it, but just kind of on the back burner, like when it's done. Oh god, don't even get me started on Diablo 4, dude. That game looks amazing. Oh, I can't wait. I don't have a craving to play a Diablo game right now, but I know that it's slowly building up in my soul, and when Diablo 4 comes out, I'm gonna just go crazy. Wow, did we get a crystal 4? Oh no, nothing, just all garbage as usual. I like how everyone's left my delve. Bye guys, I thought you wanted to actually get like these Titan souls and junk, but whatever. Make a Hypixel style block. Let's play. If you play Minecraft Hypixel, you get your own YouTube rank, which is only if I create enough content on it. I don't really care about Minecraft mini games as much as you would think. Like, I liked playing the Hunger Games on their server, but it didn't really last very long. I don't know, Minecraft isn't my favorite game. Like, I love the voxel thing and colorful world, blah blah blah, but I prefer adventuring and grinding and stuff like that. That's why I like Genshin so much, because it's so similar to Trove in a lot of the game loops. I don't want to draw too big comparisons, because obviously they're very, very different games. But the point is that you can just grind Genshin for hours, just like with Trove, and that's what I like about it. World of Warcraft is a game that I'd always wanted to get into, but I hate the combat system. So with Genshin, it's got a great combat system. Trove to me is still the, like, this is like the best MMO combat system. It's not very complex or anything like that, but it's basically just a third-person action game. And it just has, like, you have so much control over your character, and I love it, dude. That's basically the reason why I've played Trove for so long. Guess I'm just soloing these elves now. Okay. But give me World of Warcraft with an action combat system like Skyrim or like Trove, and then oh my god. That's most of all why I'm excited for Hytale, just because it's like a Minecraft game, which, okay, I like Minecraft, but it's actually got like dungeons and grinding and levels and stuff like that. With Minecraft, arguably you can have that with mods and junk like that. That's probably why the longest time that I've ever played Minecraft was the Winecraft server, because it's basically just an MMO server for Minecraft. But it's still based on Minecraft, and Minecraft is kind of old. So Hytale hopefully is going to improve upon that. You know, you're going to be grinding dungeons, you can get like a rare fire sword and junk like that. Like, oh yeah. Diablo, but Minecraft, right? Die, dragon, die. Well, at least the little ninja that could is still here. Even though he's a ninja and he didn't run to the end. I got here faster than him. I don't have a video on getting golden souls quick, because there is no way to get golden souls quick. You just find them randomly in ore veins, and, well, there you go. That's it. I guess technically your best way of getting golden souls would be grinding flux, honestly, because you probably get flux a lot easier and then could end up just buying golden souls. Empty rooms of creatures. Oh, okay. Hello, Boar. Well, if you're new, are you playing Trove yet? Because if you haven't signed up for Trove yet, you should use my sign-up link, bro. I have to advertise it. I'm sorry, but I'm not at the same time. It's such a cool thing. I wish that I had the sign-up link like years ago. If Trying Worlds was cool, they would have given it to me, but they didn't. It took Game Ago to do it. And I am eternally grateful. Oh, hey, Little Jack. Yeah. You're the little ninja that could. Nice, man. Yeah, I don't know why everyone else left. Like, I'm basically carrying. Like, okay. Easiest way to get gem dust? There is no easy way. Whatever gem dust you need, go for the specific gem dust. There's kind of a trick that you can do if you have enough gem dust. Like, you can level up a gem, and then when you end up destroying it, I think if you level up the gem to like 10 or 15 and then you loot collect it, you actually get more gem dust back. There's like some weird trick. I only know because that's what Joe did. My buddy, Nintendo. He does Trove videos too. Go, Neo Ninja, go. You have one job, to rush to the end. I don't know why you're trying to fight, bruh. Oh yeah, you were playing Destiny. They released Beyond Light, which is a big expansion. Let me stop you there. It's a very small expansion. No, I don't care about that update at all. I don't really care about Destiny that much. Like, I got my fun out of it, and I don't really care anymore. That's the thing. I kind of just, like I said earlier, like, it's like I know what I like and I know what I don't like, and it's the same as like people asking me to play more Warframe. It's like, yeah, sure, Warframe does really good on the channel, but I'm bored with the game, so why would I keep playing it? Trove is the exception where I'm not bored of it, so I'm gonna keep playing it, and it just so happens to still be popular on the channel, which is awesome. Win-win. Have you ever tried a raid in Destiny 2? No, because raids are boring. One person goes and stands over here, another person does damage to the boss in a very specific area. Like, I don't care. I don't. Is PS5 worth it? It was for me, because I got Demon Souls out of it. But honestly speaking, there's not really that many games out for PS5, so I'd look into that if I were you. Like, I'm surprised, like, the PS5 is as popular as it is, honestly speaking, when there's not really, it doesn't really have the strongest launch. But I guess people that just have consoles and don't have a powerful PC are probably just getting it to future-proof, right? Because Cyberpunk and all that other stuff, like all these games are gonna end up coming out on the new consoles, so why not have them at steady frame rate? Haha. Oh, my neck, man. I must have slept on it wrong. I like PS5 just because it's gonna actually have some good exclusives over the years. But as far as Xbox is concerned, that shit is useless to me because all the Xbox games that are coming out are gonna come out on PC. For crying out loud, even Halo Infinite, which... Is anyone even hyped for that? I don't think anyone is. But that game's gonna be on Steam. Day one. They know. Die, bees, die. No, this skin still isn't out yet, which is ridiculous when you think about it. They had it in the Delves trailer, like, okay, devs, sorry you messed up, give us the costume. I'm a shadow hunter. How do you get your speed fast? What do you mean? You mean your shots? That's your class gem ability. And if you just mean like speed farming, you're a shadow hunter, so that's not part of your vocabulary. Yeah, the remastered Spider-Man, I guess, but I don't see that as a big selling point for the PS5. And honestly, Miles Morales, like, I have that game. Oh god, is it boring. But again, I'm a weirdo as far as games are concerned. Like, it's like Miles Morales to me, like, it's just another Spider-Man game, you know? It doesn't add anything. And the city, I really don't like because with it being winter and snow, it's all just kind of washed out white color, which I get it. It's winter, but I don't know. I don't really like snow regions in games as much just because of that. Any games you're thinking of playing in the future? Whenever Final Fantasy 16 comes out, hell yeah, give it to me. Otherwise, the next game I might do on the channel, this is a big might, is God of War. Because I can play at steady 60 frames on the PS5, and I get it for free because I have PS Plus. And I never played it. I never played God of War. I kind of want to know what the hype is about for God of War 2. But it's a pretty old game, so I don't know if it would be very popular on the channel. Otherwise, I was playing Demon Souls, got to New Game Plus. I might beat it again. Honestly speaking, I kind of lost interest. Like I love Demon Souls, don't get me wrong, and the game was worth it. It was 40 hours just to get through the campaign once. But New Game Plus is so pointless. It's really disappointing. Because in Dark Souls 3, at least there was kind of a point, because you would get certain pieces of gear that would be stronger in New Game Plus. But with Demon Souls, it's kind of such an old game that it doesn't really have any incentive to beat the game again. Outside of maybe I would try to collect like different weapons and spells and junk, but it's like, I'm not saying I'm done with Demon Souls yet. I'm just saying like the hype kind of died for me like all at once. Like I'm trying to figure out a reason why to keep playing it in New Game Plus. Or more realistically, I'm just kind of taking a break because I've been playing that game like every day and I'm a little burnt out. Bloodborne, I considered doing a series of it because I get that for free on my PS5 as well. But it looks like shit on the PS5. I'm sorry, like it really does, dude. I don't know why it just doesn't play very well on the PS5. Wait, why did my green screen get darker? Alright, fine, I'll put the light on. I didn't want to put the light on because it's blinding me right now, but I didn't realize it was getting darker. It's the middle of the night, like, okay. I know Bloodborne is a fantastic game, but I think I'm too spoiled because I just played Demon Souls and that game looks beautiful. Like, I can't believe how good they made that game look. Like, Jesus Christ. So Bloodborne would kind of be a big downgrade from that. Plus, with Demon Souls, I kind of got my fix for a Souls-like game, so I don't really feel like playing another one. Like, I'll probably, like I said, I'll probably keep playing Demon Souls, but I don't really have a plan to play Bloodborne. I'd kind of always wanted to, but like I said, more than likely I'd be leaning towards God of War, but even then that's just a big if. Oh, whoops, everything's already dead. We can just keep going. Good, yes. Yes. Demon Souls was a massage for my eyes. Yes, man. Like, the thing about Demon Souls is not only did they make the graphics look so good, the biggest thing that I like about it is the artistic direction is very stylish, and it's really easy to see everything, you know? Every time I see Cyberpunk, I know that they're cramming the graphics on it and everything, but I find it, like, really hard to tell what's going on, just because there's so many things happening on screen. I don't know. I mean, that's just me, though. Like, whatever. Crystal gems, crystal rings. No, it's not coming, man. Also, I saw somebody else ask earlier about Godfall. That game's gonna die quick. Nobody's talking about it, and it already just came out. Even my friends that were like, dude, I'm so hyped for Godfall, I haven't heard anything from them. I'm not saying anything against the game if you're into it or anything like that, but let's face it, that game is gonna come and go like the wind. As far as I'd heard, what Godfall doesn't do is it doesn't have like a really good end game. And yes, Nathan, Cyberpunk is basically just GTA. I think that's the reason that everyone's so overly hyped for Cyberpunk, is because we haven't gotten like anything new for GTA for the longest time, because Rockstar's kind of lazy now and they're just like, we're making enough money off GTA Offline or on GTA Online, we don't need to make GTA 6. As far as I know, they're working on GTA 6, and I think in December we're getting a new island in GTA Online, which, okay. I mean, I'll take it, but Jesus Christ, why weren't they giving us new areas for years in GTA Online? You know? That game's so old and jank now, like, no. Yeah, or updating Red Dead Online. No, man, Red Dead, like, wait, where are we? I love Red Dead Online. I played the heck out of it. But after a while, the slow animations and crap just get to you. Like, they really needed to optimize it and make it so that you could skip the animations. Where the hell? The monolith is supposed to be here. Oh, there it is. What? Oh, I must have missed one. Oh, whoops. Yeah, that's where our little neon ninja that could is at. Okay, I gotta go backwards then. I messed up and skipped over one. Oh, I mean, it makes sense that they're milking GTA, like... But I just want GTA 6 already. Give me GTA 6, Diablo 4. The other game that I'm really waiting for is Little Nightmares 2, which is coming in February. But I feel like their marketing is shit because they basically just keep tweeting out like these really, really cringy like lore tweets. And everyone's eating it up because everyone's like, yeah, Little Nightmares, yes. Kill me, teacher, kill me. Because there's like a teacher monster in the game and stuff like that. Like, I feel like Little Nightmares 2 is hyping itself up more than it can deliver. Like, honestly, Little Nightmares 2 doesn't look as good as Little Nightmares 1. Just because it's got forced co-op. Even if you're playing solo, you are forced to control 2 characters. And it's like, that's never fun. I know most of you guys don't care, but Little Nightmares is one of my favorite horror games. Die, demon, die. We'll get to our next shadow chest and then maybe go do some other stuff. Tell me what's new. Well, for Trove, that would probably just be these delves. You know the Geode caves? Yeah, they made that a new infinite area that you can keep farming. Basically, it's a new dungeon that's like the replacement of Shadow Towers or something. Is Turkeytopia finished yet? Good question. When did it come out? It's supposed to be around for 2 weeks, so I think it's ending next week. I could be wrong. Rainbow Cave. Welcome to Joe's like brain. Not till November 30th. Yeah, that's what I thought too. It was something like that. Usually the events last for 2 weeks, but I'm pretty sure it said something about it ending in like before December. Like just before. So it's soon. Like December's creeping up, man. Was this only our first room? No, it wasn't. This was our second room. Yeah. I knew there was an enemy missing. Die, demons, die. Low key, by the way, guys, I already finished a Genshin stream just before going into this Trove one. I think I'm gonna do another Genshin stream today. Just because there's a couple other things that I really wanted to do that I didn't get to do. I know 2 games you could try out. Don't Starve Together and Warframe. I tried Don't Starve Together. It's not my thing. And I had a Warframe series on the channel already, dude. I pretty much got everything I wanted out of Warframe, so. What the heck is going on? Is that the last enemy? Yeah, it was. But yeah, like Warframe I already had on the channel. I got like lots and lots of episodes on that game already. Kind of lost interest though. Warframe to me, like the gameplay itself is very similar to Destiny. Just the way that I approach it, where once I got all of the things that I wanted out of it, I kind of lost interest. You asked that before. I don't know what you mean by do steep on PS5. Is that a game? Like, I don't. I still gotta do like a comparison of PS4 games versus them on PS5. I have a recording of like a bunch of games on PS4 and PS5. I just have to actually get down to editing them, but my schedule has been messed up. Oh, it's a snowboarding game. Okay. Yeah, then no thank you. I'm sorry. The only good snowboard game is Snowboard Kids. No other game needs to exist. And the only reason I'm interested in Final Fantasy 16 on the PS5 is because, what is it? I think they confirmed that it's going to be like 6 months on PS5 exclusive. Then it'll end up hopping onto PC. And then 12 months, and then it'll hop onto Xbox. Like, it's a limited exclusive, not permanent. Do you think Hytale is going to be overwhelming? I think it's going to be hella exciting, dude. I can't wait for Hytale. Remember when they promised us a beta this year? Remember when they promised us, like, monthly updates? Oh... That's the problem with an indie team, man. Like, they can't keep up to their own, like, requirements. Hell, even a professional team, like the guys that are working on Trove, don't even keep, like, consistent updates. Oop. Let me get these. Oh, I'll put those in my chest. That's right. I forgot I'm storing them. Not really, though. Okay, well, we could hop in. Why does it say that the boss isn't dead? Weird. What do you guys want to do? I could either hop into U10 and keep the grind going, or we could start another delve, which... not my favorite. Or, better yet, you guys could not watch my screen, and I could sit here and play Mario Game & Watch. I think that's what we're gonna do instead, right? I just wanted an excuse to show this off just because I think it's so cool. It's like a limited edition thing, and I finally got it. I got 2 of them. I got 2. Please help. This one I'm gonna keep in storage for like 10 years and then sell and then give my grandkids like $1 million. And then this one's the one that I open for me. I know it's the weirdest flex. Shut up. No, I love it, dude. Like, it's so cool. If you ever watched, like, being a Nintendo fan, and then if you've ever watched, Scott the Woz has some videos talking about, like, the Nintendo legacy. And it really made me appreciate a product like this. Because we had the Mario 35th anniversary, and this is basically, like, a limited time. This right here is what made Nintendo what they are. It was literally a system that was this small that you could fit into your pocket, and it was sold to Japanese businessmen as a watch, so it had a clock on it, but also games. So it's literally called Game & Watch. And that's what ended up making Nintendo what they are today. So it was really cool for me, being a Nintendo fan, that they squeezed the old NES Nintendo games, the Mario 1 and Mario 2, onto a Game & Watch system. Like, that's so cool. They even have, like, a Game & Watch game on it. And it's just, I don't know. Kind of a cool, like, little legacy thing for Nintendo. Look at me sitting here flexing it. Like, who cares? Funny, like, I'm flexing this, and then I don't flex the PS5. Like... But that's the thing. I don't know. I just think that this Nintendo thing's, like, so cool. With the PS5, it's like, I don't really care about, like, flexing. It's like, you know, some people just can't get them because they're sold out everywhere. I'm just very fortunate. Anyways, I'll shut up. Jesus. PS5 is so hard to get. Yes, I know. I'm very, very lucky that I was able to get it, like, pre-ordered and get it right away. I don't really care about Borderlands. I did actually do a Borderlands 3 video at one point, and then I refunded that game because I found it to be the exact same as the other Borderlands games. Let's be honest here, the Game & Watch is more interesting than PS5. Yeah, it is. My brother, you understand. PS5 is basically just, hey, console games can finally play 60 FPS. I'm not kidding. When you look at it that way, it's actually kind of sad that it took this long for console games to catch up to PC. Have you tried Assassin's Creed Valhalla? No, because I haven't been able to torrent it yet. I'm joking. I don't... No, I'm not super duper interested in it. It kind of looks like crap. I like the snow. Like how it goes off of your character and stuff like that, just because I like Red Dead. Red Dead, I feel, did snow right. Where your character actually, like, you know, treads through it and everything like that. But I haven't really enjoyed an Assassin's Creed game since Origins. And that was surprising. I never beat Origins because, god damn, that game took too long. But I enjoyed it for what it was at the time. Honestly speaking, I actually used to be a pretty big Ubisoft fan, and then like the first Assassin's Creed games were the best ones, proved me wrong. And then after a while they just saw what Call of Duty was doing, and then they decided to do that with Assassin's Creed and become like a millionaire company. But personally speaking, they gotta bring Sam Fisher back, man. Give me fucking Splinter Cell, like goddamn. That was my game growing up. Like, I love the Splinter Cell franchise, dude. And not the most recent one that's like Call of Duty. That one sucks. I'm talking about the one where it literally was Michael Ironside. He was Sam Fisher. Not the new guy. But anyways, they don't care because as far as Ubisoft is concerned, there's not as much money in a stealth game. So why would they develop one, even though they keep teasing Sam Fisher in all their games? I'm sorry, I'm being all nerdy about all this stuff, but I just want like a new Splinter Cell game so bad, dude. I keep hoping that they're gonna show one every year at like E3, Ubisoft and stuff, and they never do. Yoink. Items. Yeah. What is the best way to level up from 20 to 30 in Trove? Grind. Your best bet is if you can handle the world that the Atlas suggests, that is going to give you the most XP. I think like maybe around level 26 or something like that, you can go to like U9, if I'm not mistaken, and then you'll be getting some decent, like better XP. But, yeah, basically you just stay in the suggested world until your level is over the cap, and then you just go to the next world. And then you just grind dungeons forever. Thousands of dungeons. Do people play Bomber Royale anymore? Sadly, no. The only people that are in there, as far as I know, are hackers, which is weird. It's too bad, because Bomber was like so cool, but guess what they never gave us? Custom arenas. And that's why it flopped. PvP stayed around as long as it did because we had our own maps. And then for some reason they're like, let's completely remove PvP that we spent all this time working on. And then we'll put out Bomber Royale and we'll work on Season 1, Season 2, and then we'll give up. Because it's not lucrative. Because it's not as fun as PvP. Like... the thing, dude, like they've had some pretty harebrained ideas with the development of Trove. It's like what the devs think is a good idea for Trove rarely ever syncs up with what the players actually want from the game. And that, I feel, is Trove's weakest link, and it's always been its weakest link. That's why when they put out that trivia more recently, you know, within the past couple months, and actually asked players what they wanted from the game, whether it was new biomes or new classes or whatever the other options was, that's the only reason I made a video talking about that immediately, because it was like, oh my god, they're actually asking us what we want for once. And we haven't had a response yet. So I think they got mad that everyone voted on new classes, and they were like, oh, what? We're gonna have to work on them? I'm kidding, of course. But seriously, dude, just give us regular new classes. Like, I don't even need new biomes or anything, even though it would be nice, but just give me new classes. That'll keep everybody happy, because then there's just something to constantly be grinding. Like, that's the thing. Genshin, like, has that down pat with the new classes being added to the game constantly. Why is Tomb Raider still being used? What do you mean? He's, he got a rework, so he's actually God tier now. Like, I think personally, even though I personally think that Trove... I know I'm repeating my words, Jesus. I think that a lot of the classes in the game deserve a rework, but I think that if they constantly worked on new classes, it wouldn't matter as much, because then we would just have the next big thing. Mobile games do it all the time. Genshin Impact is going to slowly do that as well, where the newest characters are usually the strongest. What do you think about the FIFA meme where it's making fun of the fact that FIFA doesn't... Yeah, who cares about FIFA? What do you mean? FIFA's not for gamers. That's for, like, sports fans. I don't understand it because I'm not a sports fan. But I'm not saying those games are useless. As far as a video game is concerned, yes, they are. But as far as a sports fan is concerned, I feel like they'd probably be pretty necessary, because they're always updating, like, the team roster and everything like that. Also, yes, hello to everyone that keeps saying hello from your parts of the world. I'm sorry I'm not responding to every single one of you. But hello from Canada. I don't have a PSP. I've never owned a handheld. I think I owned like a Game Boy Advance, and the only reason was because you needed them. You needed a Game Boy Advance to play multiplayer in Crystal Chronicles on the GameCube. Like, it was stupid, and you needed like, I think the reason we got the Game Boy Advance in the first place was so that we could play Zelda 4 Swords, because you needed to have, like, each player needed to have their own Game Boy, and it was like, okay, we fell for it, so I guess the joke's on us. But other than that, I've never cared about handheld games at all. Yeah, of course I owned a Wii. Who didn't own a Wii? We had some good games. Can you sneak up on mobs? What do you mean, Nathan? In Trove? No. Sea of Thieves is really fun now. No thank you. I'm sorry. Sea of Thieves looks beautiful. My god. The water is probably the best in the business. Like, it looks so good, but the gameplay itself is just not interesting to me at all. That whole, like, weird open world PvP stuff is just like, I don't care. Not to mention, it's oddly like a pirate simulator where you actually have to sail, like, real time to other islands, and it's like, I wouldn't really expect a cartoonish looking game to be a pirate sim, but it is. Water would cure your fear of open water. I mean, it does. Yeah, I'm not like... That's the thing. I don't think I have a fear of open water. I think my phobia is of murky water. In which case, please God, Capcom, release news about Resident Evil 4 Remake. I want it. They're working on it. They just haven't given us any news about it yet. But good God, I want it so bad. The only reason that came up in the conversation is because murky water. There's a giant crocodile boss that is in a swamp that terrified me in the original game to the point that I stopped playing it. So seeing that in the remake and conquering my fear, heck yeah, gamer. Why, just out of curiosity, is there any particular reason why so many of you guys have been requesting Roblox lately? Like, has something changed? Because otherwise I'm getting lots and lots of requests for Roblox lately, and I just don't know why. No, it sucks. Oh. Yeah, I don't really care. I'm just saying. Hello, game? I'm taking a screenshot of that. I've never seen this. In my 6 years of playing this game, I've never seen 2 exit portals on top of each other like this. Like, what? I think it's just because both these dungeons generated together, but why the exit portal is like up there, it doesn't make any sense. No, I love Roblox, but I love it for the wrong reasons. Like, whenever I had Roblox on the channel, everybody always wanted me to play like the most popular Roblox games and stuff like that, like other YouTubers do. But what I like about Roblox is how broken it is, where I would always play the games where I could touch like another player and have them ragdoll to the moon and explode. That's why I liked Roblox, but nobody else seemed to enjoy those videos, so that's why I stopped playing Roblox. Oh god. It's too bad, because that's what I always liked about Roblox. That and parkour levels. Parkour's fun in Roblox. Except for those like infinite, like, oh yeah, boring infinite parkour level. Like, I like the levels that actually look cool. Like all the ones that scumbag Fat Paps, where he like steals other people's levels and then he puts like subscribe to Fat Paps all over it. Yeah, because that's how you get people to watch your content. You guys all know who I'm talking about. Like, come on. You can't say you've played Roblox and haven't come across a level that has that idiot on it. Oh no, my tomes. Ah. What would you do? Wait, what? I don't even understand the question. So we'll move on from that. Which Uber is this? Just Uber 10. Wee. My magic find? 10k. I already played Genshin like an hour ago, but I do plan on doing another stream just because I'm gonna advance my I'm gonna do my adventure rank quest. But right now we're playing Trove. It's funny, like when I'm playing other games and then I get people asking Trove related questions, I tend to like not talk about them just because I'm playing a different game. So it's kind of like, why would I be talking about Trove? And then here we are on Trove and all I'm doing is talking about other games. But granted, I mean, I've been playing this game for how long? Like over 6 years now. Please help. It's already done. Where is this last idiot? Oh, well, if he's already got that one, then he's got to be over here. Right? No? Can I stop getting in this hubby hole? Please help me get out of here. Are you gonna play World of Warcraft? No, 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 no. I love the idea of World of Warcraft. I know that the world's great and everything like that, but I can't stand that combat. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. Really appreciate it. Can you help me get a C3 for Neo Ninja? I mean, if you follow me right now, maybe you'll get a C3. That's like, what do you mean, dude? They're untradeable, so you just gotta put in the grind time, dude. But yeah, if you follow me in game, I mean, I'm doing U10 right now, so. I guess I can do a quick accept all friends. I'm not that fast. Well, you should be able to join on me, right? Like whenever I get to the dungeons. I don't know. The only reason I'm kind of like, I kind of just go at my speed, and then there's like these other guys that are trying to rush dungeons faster than me, so I kind of got to keep up. Otherwise I won't get loot either. I know the wait for invites is a joke, I know. That's the thing though, dude. There's not really a way to specifically help you grind it, because Crystal 3, like, even with my magic find, it's a hard drop to get. How should I get the gem class ability? There's only one way to get it. What do you mean? How do you feel about delves and how they replace shadow towers? I never really was the biggest fan of shadow towers, honestly speaking. But I'm not the biggest fan of delves either. I feel like they were a necessity, but I feel that the way they executed them, like, they're pretty ugly and not really exciting. And the matchmaking is kind of a joke. See, like, okay, you guys want to rush over to that dungeon? I'm going this way then. How many hours do you have on Trove? I have no idea. I wish there was a way to check, honestly speaking. Too many. I think you can do like /playtime. No, that's not the command. I forget what the command is, but it doesn't, I don't think it tracks your hours. I'm not exactly sure. There is like a text command that kind of gives you a hint towards it, but I don't know. I don't play this game on Steam either. Oh, /played. There you go. So it says 161 days, 7 hours. Okay, let's split that up. So 161 days into hours, I think. So 3,864. Yeah, that sounds about right. You gotta consider that's over like 6 years as well, though, so. With me not playing the game consistently every single day, like I've taken breaks from Trove here and there. And nowadays, if I'm being perfectly honest, like I think last month, like I was really just kind of vibing with Trove, and I was doing a lot of grinding just off camera. And now I'm kind of at that point where, like, I was grinding a lot off camera as well as doing streams. And now I'm kind of at the point where it's the opposite, and I'm not really grinding that much off camera. I just kind of hop on for streams, and that's it. But, I mean, I've already got, like, everything in this game, so. Everything that counts anyways. Like, I'm not, like, top mastery or anything, but I could care less. Like, if it was just about raw grinding, then I can commit. But as soon as I have to start grinding based on the game's time frame, like rampages and crap like that, as soon as those got added to the game, like, I knew I was never gonna get those badges and the mastery from it. Because if it's as simple as I would be able to just grind rampage challenges myself regardless of what the game wants, then I could just grind it no problem, and I would just do it over time. It'd be like if they added a badge for dragon challenges, you know? Like, it's like, dude, not cool. Let alone the fact that they want so many of them. It's the same reason why I don't have any of the permatorches. because I'm reliant on other people and whether the Leviathan is found, and reliant on RNG and blah blah blah. Like, if permatorches were tradable, okay, cool. Or if I could solo Leviathans consistently and easily, then cool, I would be able to actually grind it. But that's the thing, I can't grind it, and so I'll never have one. I'm also kind of, you gotta consider too, I'm in a different boat than most people. Like, I can't steadily find groups to grind Leviathans because my friends list is broken. It basically crashes my game if I open it for too long. Which means that in order to grind Leviathans, I would have to have someone consistently inviting me to Leviathans. But the thing is, I get on at like such weird times and stuff like that. Like, it just, That's one of the reasons why I love Genshin so much, because it delivers, like, that's kind of the grind that I love about Trove, is the solo grind. Not to say that I don't like doing stuff with you guys, you know, I'm always used to you tagging along, and that's fine. But, just chilling and vibing with the game and just grinding, you know? That's like, the epitome of fun for me in a video game. And Genshin delivers that. Like, I just grind the same things, like, every day, over and over, and most people it's boring, but for me, I love it, dude. Like what we're doing right now, like, this is so technically pointless and other people get so bored of it, but I love it, dude. I love doing these dungeons. I just wish I was actually getting something worthwhile out of it. The only, like, as far as I'm concerned, I'm just getting all these resources that I don't need. Being a Genshin, come to think of it, that's another thing that they do very, very well in that game that I love, is one of the things that I hate in games that Trove does, and most other games are guilty of this as well, is when they add something new to the game that you have to grind for, they'll usually add a whole new resource to get it, because they don't want players to max it out right away because they want to drag out the content. And then here you've got Genshin, where right now you can literally be grinding for character ascension materials that you will use for the next character that isn't in the game right now. And I'm not saying that eventually they won't end up adding like all these new resources and stuff like that for certain characters, but still, dude, like, I love that they're so bold with doing something like that, because they're confident enough in the rest of the game picking up the slack. Like, Warframe is guilty of that as well, where it's just like every update is just dragged out, boring ass content. Like the Deimos planet, like, good God, I thought that was gonna last a lot longer than it did. And then it was just like, here, grind a new resource for a new stupid item that isn't even that good. And it was like, why do I have to grind this over weeks when I should have been able to prepare for it beforehand? Like, it just, it's just a big pet peeve of mine. I don't really mean to go off on a tangent with it. Should I use rerolls on small gems or bigger gems only? If you're trying to get end game, you gotta have pretty good small gems, but you will more than likely have to reroll your small gems. I'd say work on your empowered gems first, obviously, because they're gonna give you the biggest stat boost, but you will unfortunately have to use rerollers on everything. Like, the rerollers and gem augmenting specifically are just like such time-gated trash, dude. The funny thing is, it used to kind of be pay to win, but it isn't anymore, because you could actually buy login boxes. They don't have them in the game anymore, but basically there was these boxes or tokens that you could grind out that would end up giving you Bound Brilliance, but now they put Bound Brilliance on the leaderboard, which kind of sucks, because Bound Brilliance is a necessary resource for gem augmentation, which means that every new player is at a distinct disadvantage to old school farts like me, who like, I've got thousands of Bound Brilliance because I got those boxes before they were removed from the game. What are you going to do in live stream on Neon Ninja? I don't really have the biggest craving to play on Neon Ninja, I'm sorry. I'm still working on my class tutorials for 2020 though, so I think, I don't know if I have a 2020 Neon Ninja one. I think I already do, actually. Otherwise I was gonna say you can expect to see that, but no, I don't think so. I don't like this dungeon. Like, it looks cool, but it's too claustrophobic on the inside, so let's skip over it, shall we? It's kind of like that cave dungeon. Like, it's... yeah. How far into Genshin are you? That depends on what you mean. I'm not sure how you determine how far you are in Genshin. Like, do you mean how many characters do I have? Or my adventure rank? Or, like, you know? How do you determine that? Yeah, I don't play on PS4 anymore. I play on PS5. My pyro disc is purple because of a mod. I'm not like full on saying that the Trove PlayStation series is back or anything, but I do like playing Trove on PS5. It's very smooth. It might even actually play more smooth than Trove does now on PC, but that's just because I've got like all these visual mods messing with my frames. Plus, I love that controller. Oh my god. Ah! Well, I thought there was items there. If Game Ago would give you the chance to bring back one thing to Trove, what would it be? Is there something that was removed that you miss? What do you mean? Nothing. Like, what do you mean? Technically, we still got like PvP and junk like that. It's just the way that you activate it is kind of dumb. I don't know. And if people join you or not, no, you can always join me. Go ahead. I'm not against you guys joining me. On the contrary, I would actually prefer it if I could turn off players inviting me, but still allow you guys to join me. That would be epic. Yeah, but that's what I mean, dude. There's nothing I can think of in Trove that was specifically removed. Like, the only thing that I can think of that he's hinting at is Shadow Towers. Otherwise, I don't know. I want new stuff. I don't really want old stuff. PvP is still technically in the game. You can still do PvP. You just gotta do it through Club Worlds. The only problem with PvP is that, like, I was thinking about it the other day and how much fun I used to have on PvP. Just because, like, you know, with our own custom arenas and junk like that. It was great. But, it's broken now. The problem is with the class reworks, it made certain characters even more OP than they already were in PvP. So, unfortunately, it's not balanced at all anymore. Like, if you want to play a fair match of PvP, you would have to ban certain classes. Because it just, yeah, doesn't work. I'd love to see, like I mentioned earlier, like, I want Bomber Royale custom maps. Even then, I don't really care that much. I'd rather just have new classes, please, God. I don't even care what they are, just so long as they're not stupid. Like the Chloromancer. Chloromancer has amazing style, okay? Chloromancer looks epic, but the abilities are such ass. Like, seriously. I am going in circles. Oh my god. Yeah, anyone, I've seen a couple of you guys, anyone asking for invites, your best bet, I'm sorry, I don't do invites during streams because otherwise I'll be here all night. Your best bet is to join the Discord, and then if you're on a version of Trove, you can just like PC invite roll, PS4 invite roll, Xbox invite roll. Not PS4 though, because that club's pretty much dead, honestly speaking. I kind of just stopped managing it a long time ago and didn't really have anybody in charge of it. Just because that's just PlayStation community. I don't know. Xbox, I was fortunate enough to have like that community take off. The PvP trophy is one thing from keeping me to get platinum in Trove. Oh, like on PlayStation. Yeah, I don't even think I have any of the achievements because I don't play this game on Steam. Like the equivalent is the in-game badges, which I don't even have all of those. Just because I don't bother with certain ones that are kind of ugly. I don't know why you just keep asking, dude. Like, not only have many people answered you, I even answered myself. Pyrodisc is purple because of a mod. Please stop spamming. Can I be in charge of the club? Yeah, sure, bro. The club's dead. No, it's okay, Storm. It's just, I mentioned it already, and people, like, that's the thing. Like, sometimes you guys just keep asking because you want a response from me, even though chat is helping you. Like, I don't have to respond to every question. Well, I don't catch every question is the biggest thing. What can I say? I guess we'll do this dungeon and then we can call it. Oh, I should actually gather ore. Gather an ore? Okay. That's easy peasy. I didn't even notice. Yeah, because that's still part of the Turkeytopia. Oh god, I should be logging in every day to get those because those are usually really, really good. Do you grind until you get exactly the stats you want in the locations you want? They don't have to be. Like, are you talking about like for gems or for gear? Because for gear, certain stats can only generate in certain spots. That's why we'll often refer to second stat slot. Basically, the way that gear works in the game is stat slot 1 can be the same as stat slot 3, but those stats cannot generate on stat slot 2 and 4. Those are going to have their own stats. So, for example, second stat on a piece of gear can end up having movement speed, attack speed, crit damage, stuff like that. But because it can go on the second slot, it means it can also go onto the first slot. But the big reason we always talk about second stat is because sometimes we'll have a second stat reroll event that you'll see here in the welcome screen where you can change the second stat on a piece of gear, because more often than not, when that event is not taking place, you cannot reroll the second stat. Like, it's just stuck on whatever piece of gear you end up getting. That's why usually you try to farm for a piece of gear that ends up having the second stat. As for gems, you just gotta get lucky. You can keep rolling them over and over again, and you can literally roll from max health to max health percentage, and then it can just start rolling back and forth. It's stupid. Can you ever reroll the first stat on gear? No, you can't. The first stat on gear, it's always max health on the hat. The weapon's always physical damage, and I think the face is always max health as well. If I'm not mistaken, it's always the same on gear. Like, it doesn't really matter. I was just using that as an example to tell you like how they generate. Like, it's weird. Trove doesn't really explain that. Also, thank you, Young, for the super chat again. I'm sorry I didn't reply right away, but I do appreciate it. Get rid of all this junk. More gem boxes that I don't need. I've got like thousands of them. Look at this. Opening gem boxes sucks, dude. It's so bad when you're at the end game. Because now that I've got thousands of them and your inventory can only go up to 150 anyways. So it's just fill up your inventory, loot, collect. Fill up your inventory, loot, collect. And I just can't be bothered to do it anymore. Like, I've already got enough gem dust anyways. I should actually close the biome in case someone flies over there and bombs it. Namely me, because sometimes I'll be showing off like a dragon or something and then whoops. There we go. You can't get mods on console, unfortunately, dude. I think they like mentioned, like I think they talked about it, like once, possibly, but yeah, you can't use any mods on on console, which is unfortunate. I don't know why the camera is pointing this way. Our spawn in this world, I literally have facing this way. Specifically, because I want you to see this beautiful view. Which, I could probably get rid of these portals by now. Like, nobody plays Bomber, and the Geode Sanctuary portal doesn't really need to be here. Because I love this view. This is why I built, like, this whole place about, you know? Was I wanted to be able to see all this. The tree kind of ruins that. Honestly, because otherwise normally you'd see like all these mountains and stuff, but as far as just being down here, I mean, look at this. It's beautiful, even if I do say so. Anyways, I think that's good enough, guys. We'll call it here for today. So that was a considerably long stream. I will stream Genshin, but I'm going to take a little bit of a break. Got to get some food in me and stuff, and Mariko's up, so I'm going to chill with her for a little bit. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope I ended up answering most of your questions. I know I didn't catch every one of them, but either way, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Smash the like, sub for more. You know how it is. Have yourselves a great day. Bye, guys.